What is up, my friends here in Call of Dragons? Let's talk about the ultimate guide for the artifacts in Call of Dragons. So, as you guys can see, you will gain a lot of artifacts in the game. The question is how are you going to invest onto the artifacts properly into your heroes in Call of Dragons? So, this guide is going to help you out significantly and guide you to best use of your artifacts. My name is Shinchi42. We are a content creator here and we are creating regular Call of Dragons videos in here and content. So make sure to, subscribe and turn your notifications on. By the way, I have an initial question here for you guys. What is your most used artifact right now? So for me, the most used artifact that I have is the Phoenix Eye, and then as well as the Kingslayer. I got pretty lucky and I got dragon scale armor, so I'm using that on my infantry. This is like for a tanking base type of artifact. Now, sometimes I will use a Fang of Ashkari, which is a damage based artifact in here for the infantry. I also use a lot of Karata's Rat whenever I am battling for the peacekeeping units in here. So let me know in the comment section right now, what is your number one or top three most used artifact? Because I'm just really curious what you guys are using in Call of Dragons. So this is going to be a good video because we're going to provide you some information here from the COD.that guide website. So I'm not sure if you guys have been seeing the COD.that guide website. This website provides a lot of great information in the game. All right. So in here, as you can see, it is laid out on how to pair your heroes with your artifacts. So if we look into the ancient roots, this is a gathering and provides health. You can see that the legion capacity will increase. This is going to go for the gathering units. We got the Bloodbane banner, which is going to be good for the rallied units, Hoss, as well as Alistair in here. So the next one in here is called the Breath of Jargontis. This is a magic and support. It gives magic units 19.8% attributes here for the attack in here. So this is some of the good information to kind of look into. So the next one here is the Breath of Jargontis. This is for your magic and support units. As you can see, a lot of the magic units, magic heroes are the one that you're going to be using in here. So this thing is really useful. So I recommend that you guys check this out. For Garrison, you can see we got Garwood and as well as Bakar, more for magic and PvP. Now for the Fang of Ashkari, as you can see, there is some of the magic units in here. I personally don't use this for the magic units. But if you look into the Fang of Akashi, as you can see, it is an all-around, so you can really use it for everybody, PvP and tank. But I personally use this on my infantry because they're the one who charges in, or you can use it for like a calves to increase defense. If you do use this for magic units, just keep in mind that whenever you use this skill, it is going to be, let's say, let me bring this out. Let's say if I use Phoenix, I change the Phoenix Eye here and use the Fang Akashi. Actually, Bakar has this. Let me just bring out Bakar. But you will need to basically have some rage accumulate at first. But what it's going to do is that it's going to just generate a charger on the circle. It's not going to be a distance charge. So whenever you click this, it sets a circle fixed at your legion's location. So if you're using range unit, maybe it will be good if you are being targeted and being attacked by enemies. If there is like cavalry who are charging. If there's cavalry who are charging or infantry charging at you, then you can use that. But personally, I would use it for infantry. We also have some infantry control in here, Grey Mars, Warhammer. But anyway, just take a look in here. You can definitely see some of the great combinations and pairing that you can do for your setup here for Call of Dragons artifacts. Now, if we look into my artifacts right now, there's a few things that I want to make notion in here. What I think is the best artifacts in Call of Dragons. So we look into the tavern, we go into probability. I think one of the best artifacts in Call of Dragons is the Shadow Blades. This is good for the marksman. And then for PvE, it's going to be Karata's Rat. This is actually really good for me. And then let's say for cavalry, you can have two choices. It's either the Sorland Blade or the Kingslayer. I've seen a lot of questions about this. Now, the Kingslayer is great, but there is a downfall on the Kingslayer that the Sorland Blades have, which I like. The Sorland Blades provides haste. which I think this is much better than the Kingslayer because it allows you to move faster. I would say use Sorlin's Blade with Emery's because Emery's have the mobility tree. This will work well with that tree, and I can talk about it more in the future as we go on to the next video, so make sure to subscribe. Tears of Arbon is a healing, which is really good as well, so I'm thinking about setting up a secondary magic units march that will provide healing, so to allow us to last longer into the battlefield. Lucius Horn, this is a artifact that will generate a resource node, as you can see under the picture here. The Bloodblade banner is for rallying. I don't really see the whole benefit for this, or just trying to invest onto this one, but because you can get almost the same benefit if you are getting, like, you know, let's say you get the Kingslayer, you do get that benefit. Although the thing here is that there is no, like in the other artifacts, there's a rage cost. You can see this one has no rage cost, so it just gives you that automatic buff, so which makes it so much better as well. It says, you're while in battle, your rallied army will gain physical keen every 30 seconds and artifact skill physical damage factor of 1300 in the max level in there. So it is good to do rally, but if you don't have it, it's not something that, you know, a do or die type of thing. The Phoenix Eye is my favorite so far, although I kind of want to get the other mage or magic artifact in here, which I don't think is here yet. But you can go to season overview, season rewards here. It's the Internal Flame. I kind of think the Internal Flame is so much better than the Phoenix Eye. It gives your magic keen attack 15%. What's nice about this is that you can just activate it, and then you can do the single target. Although for the Phoenix Eye, you have, you know, circle target enemy, basically 4 enemies being targeted. It's good for that one. This one gives you magic attack, Legion attack as well, which is pretty huge. But I think the Eternal Flame would be so much easier. At least you don't have to worry about like dragging the circle. You don't have to go up close to the opponent, whereas you're just here you're just standing and attacking other players. So I mean, these are some of the, you know, there's a lot to talk about, you know, when it comes to artifacts. There's so many artifacts in Call of Dragons. So I'll try to see how I can make a video to kind of like give you guys some information about this. But for the best thing in here that I can really suggest to you guys is to go to COD.guide/artifacts and, you know, look at all the artifacts in here and how to pair them up. So some of you guys probably are making a lot of mistakes because you're probably using your artifacts wrong. Just keep in mind whenever you are working onto your artifacts or you're using the artifacts that you are paying attention onto the attributes. So if this says infantry, please just use it on infantry. Or if it's going for tank, use it on a tank base. Let's say if you're using Shadow Blade, make sure it goes into a marksman. All right. And if you're using Dragon's Rift, make sure it goes to infantry. You get that benefit there. And if you have the storm arrows, this will be great for a unit like Emery's or like Alistair, cavalry and mobility. All right. You gain ramp. This is a good one, and it has really nice cooldown, a minute and 30 seconds. So this is a good one to get. I wish I can get this one yet. I don't have that one yet in my setup. So besides that, if you guys have any further questions here in Call of Dragons, feel free to leave it down in the comment section. In any videos that I have, I'll try to see them, and I'll make a content based on the, you know, the needs that you guys have, and I'll do my best to kind of inform you guys how to be more successful here in Call of Dragons. When we go live stream, feel free to ask any questions as well. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you again next time.